blah, 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 blah. On a recent episode of Good Morning Magic, the Magic the Gathering YouTube series by Gavin Verhey, lead product architect, and, as I call him, Maro 2.0, we learned that while Commander Collections would be returning this year, the signature Spellbook series would not. Now, they didn't directly say that spellbooks are canceled and never coming back. They're essentially on an indefinite hiatus. Well, much like when broadcast networks use that exact phrase to describe the status of your favorite indie sci-fi show from the 90s, you know it really means that they've been canceled. And unlike Firefly, Mystery Science Theater, or Farscape, there's not going to be a massive letter-writing campaign for signature spellbooks. Why not? Well, because as much as I did like the idea of the signature Spellbook series, $20 reprint boxes available exclusively at your local game store, when all is said and done, the Commander Collection really is the better product by virtue alone of simply having better cards contained within. And why does it have better cards contained within? Well, because of the price, silly. And it is demonstrable at this point that the cost of a product is directly tied to the reprints that can be contained within that product. But there's more to this than simply Commander Collection being more expensive than signature spellbooks. Indeed, the signature spellbook series is shockingly similar to Commander Collection in nearly every way. It being 100% reprints, the number of cards included, unifying theme, even the size and shape of the box is almost identical. This really highlights the fact that you are paying more simply for better reprints, especially since, technically, Commander Collection delivered fewer cards than Signature Spellbook. It had 8 non-foil compared to the 8 non-foil plus 1 random foil of Spellbook. Why is one $20 and the other $80? Again, because of the more expensive reprints within. Goodness, you're shattering the grand illusion that this is anything more than 10-cent cardboard. Stop doing that! But what was most frustrating about Commander Collection Green, despite it being the superior product and despite it being 3 to 4 times more expensive, was that they took the one random foil out of it and instead only offered foils in an intentionally underprinted and minimally distributed premium version that, because of those choices, cost $200 to $250. And again, this version wasn't even available at all local game stores, only a select few. This takes a great product and gives it a bad taste. It was, I feel, the biggest objection to Commander Collection. Not just the higher price tag on the premium-only version, but that only certain stores got the premium-only version. And of those stores, they each only got a few. Hey, why are you playing games with where and who can purchase this product? If I have the extra money to buy it, why can't I just buy it at my local game store? Gavin even says that the series was specifically aimed to help local game stores.
Local game stores are really the lifeblood of Magic, and we like to make sure there are products that are exclusive to just those stores. These products do a couple really important things. The first thing is they bring people into that game store who might not normally go into that game store, and by coming in once, maybe they'll come back again. The second one is that these are products which normally just fly off the shelves, which really helps support that game store.
Okay, great. That's great stuff there. I'm behind it 100%, except that the premium version only went to a few local game stores. Here's an idea. If a game store wants to carry your product so that they can sell it to their customers, let them. If your customers want to buy something, let them. But why separate the foils at all? The signature spellbook method of offering all 8 cards in non-foil with 1 additional random card offered in foil was a very well-received method. If you do have to charge 3 to 4 times as much to make a product with better reprints, at least implement it in a way that works and not in a way that angers and possibly even disenfranchises your customer base. Gavin also spoke of limitations of the signature Spellbook series, namely that all the cards had to feature artwork of the titular planeswalker and realistically be of spells that that planeswalker knows and uses. Thus, signature Spellbook Red doesn't have Lightning Bolt because Chandra can't cast Lightning Bolt. That reasoning is strikingly similar to the reasoning given for the discontinuation of the From the Vault series, the long-running, store-exclusive, reprint box product that ran prior to signature spellbooks. From the Vault, despite their $40 MSRP, did sell for about that same $80 to $100 price tag that Commander Collection Green sold for. I think Wizards of the Coast once again looked at that and said, well, why aren't we just charging more if people are paying more? From the Vaults were also unified by a central theme, such as lands, dragons, artifacts, even one centered around famous banned cards. Wizards of the Coast claimed signature spellbooks would free up space for inclusion of a larger variety of cards, but now spellbooks themselves have been deemed too limiting. I wonder if the commander restriction will become limiting in time as well. I mean, wow, we didn't even make it through all 5 colors. At one point, Gavin was saying we could have multicolored spellbooks, but we didn't even make it to Liliana or the other one. The other advantage over spellbooks is how Commander collections can have a variety of artwork from all over the multiverse, with homages to classic cards and the freedom to include cards like Sol Ring and Command Tower, 2 cards, by the way, which Gavin states will likely be in every Commander collection and feature artwork reflective of each color. Again, I'm going to be honest here. Gavin's 100% correct. The spellbooks did suffer from oversaturation of Planeswalker art. 8 cards with Jace in slightly different poses, or Chandra in slightly different poses, made for a homogeneity of art. It was boring, to be frank. No, what I liked about signature spellbooks wasn't what was in the box. It was just that the box was available everywhere and for $20, instead of the wild game of limited supply and markups that Commander Collection plays. In fact, signature spellbook Chandra sold so poorly that you can now find many sellers liquidating it for $12 to $14, which actually is a really good price to scoop one up at. In the end, I do know this. The separation of Commander Collection into 2 separate products, with one of them as an underprinted, premium, marked up version, was not good. If this had been one product in stores for, $80 or so, but in every store, and within it, you got the 8 basic cards with the chance at 1 foil at random of any of those 8 cards, and they had heavy print numbers so that there wouldn't be these markups, we could have hemmed and hawed about them going from $20 spellbooks to $80 Commander collections, and yeah, I probably would have, but it still would have been a better received product. And since it is, as we've established, really, I admit it, the better product of the 2, I think that it would have received a better response overall in the community. But in the end, whether you call it Signature Spellbook or Commander Collection, it's really just From the Vault. They keep renaming and rebranding and re-gimmicking the same thing. A reprint collection sent exclusively to stores. They claimed that From the Vault was self-limiting, but now they're claiming that signature spellbooks are self-limiting. I'm sure that there are limitations with Commander Collection that will crop up when they hit their 3rd or 4th iteration. I mean, what are you even going to put in Commander Collection Red? You struggled and essentially failed with signature spellbook Red. But that doesn't even matter. What matters simply is us, the consumer. And for us consumers, it's gone from the Vault, a collection of 10 foil cards, and in many of them, 1 bonus preview foil of the next set that sold for about $80 to $100, to Signature Spellbook, a collection of 8 non-foil cards and 1 random foil card for $20, to Commander Collection, a collection of 8 non-foil cards for $80 to $100. Imagine them saying, hey everyone, From the Vaults are now only going to have 8 cards instead of 10, and they're all non-foil. The price is the same. That's essentially what happened. Wizards of the Coast claims product limitations is the reason for these changes, but it's interesting to me that the price and contents seem to keep shifting to a worse deal for the consumer. You're paying for a Commander collection what you would have paid for From the Vault, and getting fewer cards and non-premium versions to boot. Commander Collection is a good product in and of itself, and it is a better product when compared to Signature Spellbook, even when you factor in its higher price. But that doesn't change the fact that it is essentially still From the Vault, but for less. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think of the fact that signature spellbooks are not returning, but Commander collections are? What Commander collection would you like to see next, and what cards do you expect to be in it? And what do you think of these prices? Did you pick up a premium Commander collection? What about signature spellbook Chandra? Did you get that one? Signature spellbook Gideon? Signature spellbook Jace? I'm really curious what your buying habits have been and what you expect them to be. So let me know in the comments below. But win or lose, no matter what, I would say that I'm happy that whether it's a signature spellbook, a Commander collection, or even an old from the vault, they're available exclusively at your local game store. And I hope that when it is possible and when it is reasonable to do so, you spend your money at that place where hopefully we will all be spending time with one another again.